Okay, welcome back to our discussion of cardiac physiology. This is our last topic for this set of lectures. We are going to be talking about electrical conduction through the heart. I want to start this section by pointing out to you that heart action needs to be coordinated, right? So far we've only been focusing on the characteristics and the behavior of individual cells and cell types in the heart. But in order to get coordinated action from the heart, in order for the heart to act as a whole, we need those cells to coordinate with each other, to communicate with each other. Um, and so, so that's what's shown here, or yeah, that's what's shown here. So in the heart, the atria contract first, and then the ventricles contract, okay? What that means is in order to get the atria to contract first, that means all of the cells in the atria need to contract at the same time. And then all of the cells in the ventricles need to contract at the same time. Okay, that's the only way that we can get efficient pumping. I do want to just sort of point out this term. There is a condition called fibrillation in which the individual cells of the heart are still capable of contracting individually, but they can't coordinate with each other to contract all together. And that's a problem because you can't get the heart to act as one unit, which is what you need in order to get effective pumping, okay? By the way, defibrillators end defibrillation. So what a defibrillator does is it kind of re-coordinates the heart so that all the cells are kind of acting together as a team, okay? So let's take a look at how we get those cells to coordinate with each other. The way we get the cells to coordinate with each other is that they share electrical signals with each other, basically. Okay, so what happens is we have a bundle of pacemaker cells. Okay, remember that pacemaker cells are capable of generating their own action potentials. So our bundle of pacemaker cells is going to generate action potentials. Then what's going to happen is those action potentials are going to spread from the pacemaker cells to the neighboring contractile cells because they are electrically coupled, okay? This is kind of a fast like that. The traveling of that signal is pretty fast. The contractile cells contract at essentially the same time, okay? Just a quick review question. Do you all remember? How do the signals spread from one cell to the other? Do you remember? Think about that for a second. Okay, so remember that we have gap junctions in these contractile cells. And actually the pacemaker cells are connected to the contractile cells by gap junctions as well. And so we have the action potentials from the pacemaker cells able to spread to the contractile cells and then on to adjacent contractile cells through these gap junctions. Okay, we are in this set of lectures mostly going to be focusing on the traveling of that electrical signal through the pacemaker cells. And then later in some later lectures, we're going to be looking at the actual contraction that happens in the heart. Okay, so the spreading of that electrical signal happens through a system of pacemaker cells, which we refer to as the conducting system of the heart. And in this slide, I'm going to introduce to you the structure of the conducting system of the heart, okay? The main feature that I want you to pay attention to is that we have two nodes, okay? Nodes are basically bundles of pacemaker cells, okay? We have one node up here, that the sinoatrial node or the SA node, that's at the top of the right atrium, okay? And then we have our second node right here, our atrioventricular or AV node, which is kind of between, it's like at the base of the right atrium. It's kind of at the, yeah, like between the right atrium and the right ventricle, okay? We have additional bundles of pacemaker cells connecting the SA node to the AV node. We call them conducting pathways, these bundles of pacemaker cells. And then we have some more bundles of pacemaker cells leading down through the middle of the heart, through the wall of the heart, and then up the sides, okay? They have names. I don't really care that you pay attention to them. I want you to know the names of the nodes and then just kind of the general structure, okay? Again, I want to remind you, this is all pacemaker cells,